Sheffield United down the right hand side and does, up towards McGoldrick. Decent challenge comes in from Janvier to win it off McGoldrick, who claims he should have had a free kick. Referee says nothing doing. And again, Brentford will come forward in numbers, and you've got to think that Sheffield United is going to be backs against the periods here in this second half. After that, Gary Medine sending off. Here are Brentford again on that right hand side with Sawyers. Further to the right it goes. Dalsgaard feigns to cross, plays it inside to Watkins, back towards Sawyers again, and now Makatojo on towards the centre back Barbet, striding forward. Left footed strike is not far wide. He claims a corner. Referee Harrington says goal kick. Because how windy it is at Bramall Lane now. There's plastic bags flying all over the pitch at this stage. We haven't got the delight of a replay to see whether that did get a nick on the way through, but the referee decided that it didn't, and it will be a goal kick to Sheffield United. And certainly at this stage, it looks like a difficult night ahead in the remainder of this second half for the Blades. McGoldrick, though, plays it forward towards the run of Fleck. Can't quite control it. When the ball comes over the top towards McGoldrick, he is flagged offside. Just trying to work out what sort of formation the Blades are playing with at the moment. So it's pretty much McGoldrick through the middle on his own. Craney will be, I think, used as a defensive midfielder as things stand. Alongside Norwood and Fleck, basically, who'll try and get up in support of McGoldrick when they can. And it's still three at the back with two wing-backs. Here come Brentford again, down the right-hand side. And it's with Sawyers. Forward it goes now. And Barama lays it off. Left-footed strike pushed away well by Henderson on the stretch. Watkins back across goal, bouncing around inside the penalty area, and it goes behind for a Brentford corner. Well, it could have been far better for the Bees, but for Dean Henderson, who's made an excellent save, diving to his left-hand side to deny Neil Morpay. Corner kick to Brentford on that far side, which will be taken right-footed. Looks like Ben Rama's gone over there to take it. Plenty of Brentford jerseys inside the penalty area. Can they get ahead on this and grab an equaliser? To really put them in the ascendancy, you feel, with that man advantage. Referee saying to Ben Rama, you can take it. Low cross in towards the penalty area. It comes off Egan's head. It's sliced up into the air by O'Connell. It's going to come back down with snow on it, and then it's miskicked by Barbet, and Sheffield United are able to get it clear up towards halfway, where Odubejo will play it to this left-hand side. And the impressive Sawyers, who's all over the park at the moment. Here's Makatojo, midway inside the Sheffield United half. Plays a nice little ball through towards Morpay. Further to the right it goes. And Dalsgaard back to Morpay on the edge of the penalty area. Shot comes in right-footed. It's a tame effort in the end from Ben Rama. And it's easily gathered by Dean Henderson in the Sheffield United goal. But it was a real good save from the Blades goalkeeper just a few moments ago to keep his side's lead intact. They'll be aware, I'm sure, that at half-time, Leeds 3-0 up at Reading. They'll feel like they can't really afford to slip up this evening with that big game at Ellen Road to come, of course, on Saturday lunchtime. But, certainly Dean Henderson has done his part to deny Brentford an equaliser. Good bit of play on the right-hand side as well from Watkins to pull it back. Morpay's header is pushed away by Henderson. Here come Brentford again inside the centre circle. Sawyers out to this left-hand side. Barbet back to Sawyers. He's got a man out to his right-hand side, and that is Makatojo. Further right it goes, and Dalsgaard back to Makatojo again, 25 yards from goal. On to Ben Rama. That was a poor ball towards Sawyers, who hooked round his ear, and the Blades step in and clear. Henderson, though, dwells. He's kicked it up in the air. He's going to have to get back and punch it, and he acrobatically gets it clear. Well, that would have been one of the most bizarre goals of the season. We'll remind you what happened again in a moment or so's time as Makatojo plays it forward towards Morpay. Further to the right it goes, and Dalsgaard, right footed cross in towards the area. Stretching header comes in from Basham to get it clear. Only half clear. And now Fleck will play it out to this near side, and Baldock should clear his lines up towards McGoldrick. McGoldrick looked like he handled it there. Referee says play on. He does well to hold off two Brentford players until a challenge comes in there from Janvier. And then eventually Barbet plays it off the legs of the Sheffield United man. It was Norwood. Brentford have another throw-in on this near side. It is all one traffic in this second half. 11 men Brentford against 10 men Sheffield United. But it is the Blades who still lead by a goal to nil given to them from the penalty spot from Oliver Norwood. And at the moment, Brentford just probing away, looking for that opening. They will surely get a good few chances in this second half to find an equaliser. It's just whether they can beat Dean Henderson in the Sheffield United goal. Here's Sawyers midway inside the Sheffield United half. Brentford again with Odebajo trying to thread it through the eye of a needle. It was well blocked by Fleck. It's going to come back to Odebajo though. And now Sawyers again. Brentford doing a good job here of switching the play and pulling Sheffield United around all over. And I dare say fatigue will set in later for the Blades. Here's Dalsgaard on that right-hand side. Back he goes towards Mukatojo. On towards Sawyers. And now it's with Ben Rama. Further right it goes again to Dalsgaard. In towards Watkins on the angle of the penalty area. His attempted cross is blocked by the substitute Craney. Again, no, Sheffield United can't keep possession with that man down. And at the moment, it is just coming back in waves and waves at them. As Ben Rama now has it 30 yards from goal. Looking to weave his magic. Plays it to Morpay, who's dropped deep to pick up possession. He's got Dalsgaard to the right-hand side. Tries to play it through the legs of Fleck, who read it. He's going to ricochet back to Mukatojo. And now, back to this left-hand side. Kept in play well by Barbet. Takes on his man. Stevens gets in a challenge, his Baldock gets in a challenge, and it goes out of play on this near side. Throw into Brentford, taken quickly. Back with Sawyers, 30 yards from goal. Now it's acres of room here to run into for Konsa. Konsa does a shot, gets a deflection off the legs of Norwood and behind for a Brentford corner kick. Surely Sheffield United can't hold on much longer. I know we've got plenty of this second half to go, but some of the players look absolutely dead on the feet already. Well, that's sending off, of course, for Gary Medine coming in the first half. They've had to do an awful lot of running. As the ball's played back into the area, shot hits the post from Mukatojo, and then the follow-up is smashed over the top of the crossbar by Genevieve. Well, that is the closest that Brentford have come to an equaliser. Quick corner again, catching Sheffield United out for the third time in this game. And in acres of room, Mukatojo sees his shot strike the upright, with the goalkeeper Henderson beaten. This huge sigh of relief goes up around Bramall Lane. They've already played now 20 minutes down to 10 men after Medine was sent off on 35 minutes. Yes, they've had a half-time break in between, but tiring work when Brentford are switching the play as much as they're doing. Sheffield United for periods chasing shadows. I'll tell you, by the way, elsewhere, it's Blackburn 2, Wigan 0. Bristol City 1, Ipswich 0. Sheffield United, as we say in our featured game, lead by a goal to nil. Bolton 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, and Reading 0, Leeds 3. As the ball is hooked clear by O'Connell. And, well, at the moment, Mukatojo is playing pretty deep and allowing two of the three centre-backs to push on. He tries to switch the play here, though, towards Odebajo. It's overhit, and it goes out of play on this near side for a throw-in to Sheffield United. Early stages of the second half, it is all Brentford at the moment. Sheffield United down to 10 men following this first half sending off of Gary Medine for his lunge on Ezri Konsa. And really, Sheffield United feeling the pain for that sending off at the moment. They look a tired side, and they could have gone back to level terms with two chances for Brentford in the early stages of the second half. Firstly, Henderson had a fine save to deny Morpay's header, and then 6 minutes later, a quick corner again caught out the Blades, and Mukatojo found himself in space inside the penalty area. His right-footed shot hit the post with Henderson beat. Still Sheffield United 1, Brentford 0. Well, at the moment, you have to say, it does seem more like a matter of time before Brentford score rather than whether they will. We shall see whether they can hold on, though. Sheffield United low ball in towards the area, gathered well inside of his 6-yard box by Henderson. He's not going to be in any rush at all to take this, or clear his lines. Just giving his players a bit of a breather. And then gets ready to launch the ball downfield. Right-footed. up towards the halfway line, flicked on by McGoldrick, but of course there's nobody beyond him. So Brentford just mop up at the back. And now the ball is switched from Conser over to that far side. Sawyers has it up towards the halfway line. It's now on towards Watkins, who slips under pressure. He couldn't smuggle the ball back. In fact, he brought Fleck down, says referee Harrington. And it will be a free kick to Sheffield United midway inside their own half. Just getting underway in the 8 o'clock games for the second half in the Championship as well. And so far, including the Champions League games this evening, there's only 2 teams playing away from home that are in the lead. Sheffield Wednesday at Bolton and Leeds at Reading. Henderson now prepares to take this goal kick 35 yards from his own goal, out of his area. All in orange this evening, Dean Henderson. Going to launch this ball long downfield out to this near side where McGoldrick looks to win the header. Odebajo beats him to it though as the ball dipped ahead of McGoldrick. And now the ball is back with Janvier. Out to that far side and Conser. Conser back to Janvier again. He needs somebody to make a run. He eventually plays it short to Barbet. And Barbet will play it in field to Mokatojo, who now switches the play to that far side. And wing back Dalsgaard. The Dane will come back and find Mokatojo, and now it's out to the left. And this is very shrewd from Brentford, switching from one side to the other. Odebajo now cuts away down the left-hand side, needs some support. Finds it from Ben Rama. Ben Rama now has a man to his right-hand side. He ignores him for the moment, plays it in towards Sawyers. Sawyers plays it further right now to Dalsgaard, and he faces it across the edge of the 6-yard box. Going to stay in play on this near side. Odebajo's got plenty of room. Bursts inside the penalty area, plays it back. Watkins' shot is blocked. It's going to come straight back, though, to Conser. Conser to the left-hand side of Mokatojo. Can he find a pass? Back to Conser. And now the ball is switched to that far side in Dalsgaard. He's got plenty of Brentford jerseys waiting for a cross. Comes back towards Sawyers, 25 yards from goal. Now with Janvier. Janvier out to this left-hand side. Barbet has the option to cross. Odebajo tries to cross. Is blocked there by Baldock. Again, though, Odebajo picks up the pieces back towards the edge of the penalty area. Benrahma plays it back towards Odebajo. He's inside the box. Odebajo's left-footed shot hits the side netting. Henderson had it covered anyway at his near post. But Sheffield United is starting to look like a very tired team indeed now. Running out of gas, and they've still got some time to go. Still got just under half an hour of this game, the second half left to go. And they still lead by a goal to nil. But at this stage, they keep saying it does look like a matter of time before Brentford get their names on the score sheet. Dean Henderson it's taken a long time overtaking this goal kick, and referee Harrington's run all the way over there to say, get on with it. We can't have you taking this much time. Still waiting for the free kick to be taken, and he pulls up his socks again. He's going to get a yellow card here, surely, Henderson, although the camera's panned away, which suggests that there's maybe an injury problem that's being dealt with at the moment. So Henderson just has a bit of a breather. Waits to take his goal kick. Let's just remind you of the scores then elsewhere, as they are in the Championship. You can gain commentary on 3 Championship games this evening. This off-tube studio commentary between Sheffield United and Brentford. Also, Bolton against Sheffield Wednesday and Reading against Leeds. It's currently Blackburn 2, Wigan 0, Bristol City 1, Ipswich 0, Sheffield United 1, Brentford 0. And this game here, of course, Sheffield United down to 10 men. Bolton 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Reading 0, Leeds 3. Juventus, by the way, have just made it 2-0 at home to Atletico Madrid. That's 2-2 on aggregate now. Meanwhile, Man City leads Schalke by 3 goals to 0. Still waiting for this delay. The camera has not done us the service of turning around to see who has got an injury problem here. So we're just having to bide our time until Henderson takes this goal kick, so we know that everything's back underway. And in fact, he does take it now right-footed, long downfield, up towards Craney. He looked like he was bundled over there in the challenge. And referee Harrington agrees with me and has given it in favour of Sheffield United. It was actually Oliver Norwood in the end who got bundled over from behind by Janvier. And it will now be a free kick to Sheffield United, some 40 yards from goal. It's an opportunity, though, for them to send the centre-backs forward. Jack O'Connell's in there. John Egan's in there. As, of course, is McGoldrick, the substitute. Can he potentially get his head on this and get a crucial second goal to give the Blades a bit of comfort. Here comes the free kick in towards the 6-yard box. He gets a flick on, chance inside the box. Oh, and it didn't quite fall to Egan, and it's smothered by the goalkeeper. And straight away, Luke Daniels bowls it out to this left-hand side. And now Ben Rama will try to break. He's got plenty up in support. Down the left-hand side he goes now towards the Brentford man, who's a substitute, who will confirm for you in a moment or so's time. Must have come on when the camera wasn't panning towards the touchline. Canos is the substitute. We'll bring you confirmation of who he's come on for in a shortly, as Watkins tries to play it back to Dalsgaard, and it goes out of play via a deflection for a Brentford throw-in. Well, it would have been crazy if Sheffield United had got a goal there to double their lead when they've been under the cosh so much in this second half. But they very nearly did. Ball was flicked on by McGoldrick as it came back across the 6-yard box. Was smothered by Daniels. Here comes Canos, the substitute, breaking into the area. Good challenge, though, from Fleck to dispossess him, and it inadvertently takes a deflection into the arms of Henderson. To try and clear up who Canos has come on for here. We've also seen two substitutions at the same time. So Odabajo has gone off, and it looks like Canos has come on to replace him. And Marcondes has also come on to replace Conser. So they are the two changes. Canos on that left-hand side of midfield, and Marcondes on to replace Conser, as Brentford have it at the back. And it's with Janvier, switches over to that far side. And Marcondes, the substitute, now back into Sawyers, switches the play to Canos, who's got acres of room down this left-hand side. He's going to have a run at Baldock here. Cuts back on his right foot inside the area, tried to let fly. It has gone way over the angle of post and bar, and it's another wasted opportunity for Brentford, who are not really making the most of all this possession that they've had. Yes, they've had a couple of opportunities. Yes, they've hit the post, of course, through Mokatojo, but have had other glaring opportunities in good positions to make the most of it, and not been able to create an equaliser as of yet, as we've reached 65 minutes, nearly 66 minutes. Clock will be ticking down very slowly if you're a Sheffield United fan or backer. If you're a Brentford fan, you'll keep on wondering where the time is going, but at the moment the home side are the happier of the two, because they lead still by that goal to nil, given to them by a first half Oliver Norwood penalty. Here come Brentford again, forward by Barbet, taken down well by Ben Rama, trying to smuggle it out to Canos, and got a deflection. Brentford throw-in. Canos back now towards Ben Rama. Needs somebody to make a run for him here. There's not a great deal of movement. Has to go back into the centre circle. And he finds Janvier. Janvier out to that far side. Dalsgaard very quickly latched upon by Ender Stevens. Gets a tackle in. It'll be a Brentford throw-in. Here's the throw-in in towards the edge of the area. Layoff isn't the best from Watkins. It's smashed clear by O'Connell. Nobody within 40 yards of that in a Sheffield United top. Go all the way through to the goalkeeper, Luke Daniels. And Brentford will again start from the back. And Emiliano Marcondes, one of the substitutes, of course, to come on in this second half, has possession. Right footed deep cross from him towards the back post. It was overhit. Will it be kept in play? It will be by Canos. Done really well. Plays it back to the edge of the penalty area. Flick on there towards Sawyers. Chance for more pay inside the area. Good foot in from Basham to get it away. And then it's smashed clear by the goalkeeper Henderson. Way out, up over to the far side of Bramall Lane. If that was a rugby union kick for touch, it would have been perfect. It's about 30 yards from the Brentford goal. And it has gone out for a throw-in. Sheffield United fan tried to launch it up in the air, fell on his bottom, landed on the steps on the far side. Brentford give the ball away here now, and breaking into the area is Fleck. Chance on the edge of the penalty area for Norwood. Miscontrols it, now plays it out to the left-hand side, almost smuggled through. It will be to McGoldrick. Oh, and he plays it behind Norwood, and it would have been an opportunity for him inside the penalty area if he'd have picked out the pass. And another opportunity for Sheffield United goes begging. Well, this is a really strange game. Brentford dominating possession in this second half with the extra man, but not making it pay. And Sheffield United have had a couple of opportunities on the break to kill the game off. Here come Brentford again down the right-hand side. Ball chipped in from Morpay. It's going to come all the way through again to Canos on this Left-hand side, ball chips in towards the area, headed away by Egan on the stretch. Again, Sheffield United can't keep possession for more than one pass, and Brentford still have possession. It's here with Watkins, who tries his luck. It's blocked. It's going to drift over to the far side and goes behind for a Brentford corner. Well, it's an enthralling game, and we've got just over 20 minutes remaining. Ipswich, by the way, have just equalised at Bristol City. Bristol City 1, Ipswich 1 is the latest score. Corner on the far side for Brentford. To be taken right-footed, looks like Ben Rama's gone over there to take it, pulls it back towards the edge of the penalty area. Don't think anybody was expecting that. Barbet goes back to collect it though, and now finds Janvier out towards that far side. Ben Rama does well to beat his man Ender Stevens, but then decides to try and beat him again on that right-hand side, and then he's surely fouled by Stevens. He is. Referee wasn't going to give it, even though he was looking straight at it. It was a linesman who gave it, and says definitely a free kick, and this is a dangerous set piece now in Sheffield United territory for Brentford. It's about 10-15 yards outside the penalty area, far side as we look at it, quite close to the touchline. Plenty of Brentford players up and around the penalty area as we reach the 70-minute mark. Right-footed ball swung in again. It's a poor one. Doesn't beat the first man. Comes back to Sawyers. Claims a handball. Referee says nothing doing. And now Makatojo plays it out to that right-hand side, and Ben Rama again. He plays a 1-2 with Watkins. Ben Rama with a right-footed shot, but he can't keep it down, and he goes about 2 feet over Dean Henderson's crossbar. Well, this has been an interesting game, to say the least, and still wouldn't like to call which way it's going to go at the moment. Sheffield United, of course, have the advantage in terms of that goal, but Brentford have the man advantage. What I would say is that a draw doesn't necessarily do Brentford the world of good in terms of their playoff push. Got a feeling that probably going to need the 3 points, although Bristol City are only drawing against Ipswich at the moment. And the scoreline stay as they are, Brentford would still just be 6 points off the playoffs, but they'll slip to 14th in the table. Sheffield Wednesday will be the big winners as they move up to 9th. They'd only be 3 points outside the playoffs. Who knows, maybe a Sheffield derby in the playoffs. Anyway, here come Brentford. Canos on halfway, plays it out to the right-hand side. Here's Watkins. He's got 2 or 3 waiting for a cross in the middle. Watkins towards the edge of the area. Cuts inside the box. Watkins to the byline. Tries to pull it back. Good defending from Ender Stevens. Gets a block in, and it goes behind for another Brentford corner. They've had no fewer than 20 shots on goal in this game, Brentford, yet to hit the target. We said how good Sheffield United's home form and home defensive record has been. Can they keep another clean sheet? Corner kick, right-hand side. Ben Rama, again, it's not a great ball in. Headed away by O'Connell on the stretch. It's going to come to Makatajo, 40 yards from goal. Down the right it goes again, Ben Rama. Better delivery in towards the area. Headed up in the air by Egan. Then headed clear by O'Connell. And Sheffield United bring it clear, and then they win a free kick. Canos for a trip on Stevens. He doesn't agree with the decision, but the officials say it is. And Sheffield United will have a free kick in line with the edge of their own penalty area. They're in a really strong position now to clear their lines and give themselves a breather for a couple of minutes. The scorelines stay as they are. Leeds United will be top of the table this evening with 73 points from 37 games. Norwich play tomorrow, 72 from 36. Sheffield United still in third, 71 from 37. Then come West Brom, Middlesbrough and Bristol City. Long ball downfield, headed up in the air by Janvier, and then further clear for Brentford by Makatojo, and now Canos on towards Ben Rama. Nice little 1-2 between those two. Canos midway inside the Sheffield United half, tries to thread a ball through. It wasn't the best of ideas, cleared comfortably by Basham, but again Brentford win it back. Canos plays it back towards Marcondes, the substitute. Now out to Makatojo, and further right it goes to Dalsgaard. Somebody needs to put in a good delivery here for Brentford. Not quite been on the money yet with those balls from out wide. Fleck on the stretch, can't find another Sheffield United jersey, and Sawyers has his back. 40 yards from the Sheffield United goal. Here's Canos, 25 yards from goal now. On towards Ben Rama, tries to swing it in. Morpay can't control it. It was fired at him in all honesty. And Sheffield United blast it clear up towards McGoldrick. He tries to bring it down, does well to hold it, but in fact, he was offside in the first place. And the referee and linesman agree and concur that it should be a free kick to Brentford just inside their own half. Switch of play Barbet over to that far side. Little header around the corner from Dalsgaard. Finds Watkins. Watkins can't quite get it under control. And Sheffield United get numbers back there. And Craney hooks it clear, left-footed, out of play for a Brentford throw-in pretty much on halfway. We have got 16 and a half minutes left to go in this championship encounter. Still Sheffield United 1, Brentford 0. Here come Brentford again. Barbet down the left-hand side it goes to the number 21, Benrahma, who's dropping deeper and deeper. He beats 2 Sheffield United players, just keeps the ball in play on this near side, and it comes off ball dot last and goes out of play for a Brentford throw-in. 5 yards from the corner flag. Throw-in taken quickly. 2 more Pay. Tries to hold off his man. Eventually he tries to cross it. Gets a block off Basham, and it goes behind for yet another Brentford corner. It is incessant one-way traffic at the moment. This is the 8th or 9th corner for the Bees. Can they take advantage of one of these? It needs to be a better delivery. Canos will take this latest one. And Makatojo's come short to gather it. What will he do here? He's decided to send Makatojo away, and he's going to swing it in right-footed. In it comes now, deep towards the back post, too deep, over the top of everybody, and it goes out of play for a Sheffield United throw-in on the far side. Well, that was a real waste from Brentford, who were trotting over there to try and persuade the ball boys to give Sheffield United back the ball quicker than they're currently doing. In no hurry, as you might imagine. Under 20 minutes to go at Bramall Lane. Somehow Sheffield United holding on to this 1-goal advantage. It is all Brentford at the moment in terms of possession and territory. They've not quite been able to create the clear-cut opportunities that they've been hoping for with that man advantage. They've made some changes. Sergi Canos has come on to replace Odobajo, whilst Emiliano Marcondes is on for Ezri Konsa. Sheffield United, just to remind you, brought David McGoldrick on at half-time, as with Martin Craney, to replace Scott Hogan and Kieran Dowell. Still, Sheffield United lead Brentford by 1-0. Here come Brentford again, coming forward. And can they create this one opportunity that you feel they need to get themselves deservedly on level terms? Potentially even go on, who knows, and claim the victory in this game, because we've still got time yet. Here they are down the right-hand side. Little ball through from Dalsgaard. Quite fine Watkins, and it's hacked clear again by Ender Stevens. He's done some great work back there for Sheffield United so far this evening. Ball drifts out of play on the far side for a throw-in to Brentford, which will be taken quickly. Straight into the path of Jean-Via, who strides over halfway. Over to the left-hand side it goes now. And Benrahma, who seems to be pulling the strings for Brentford, on towards Makatojo. He threads the ball through towards Mopé. Shot on the turn is wasted effort. Really stretching to wrap his foot round it, and it's gone well wide of the Sheffield United goal. Well, the more this goes on, the more you feel that maybe Brentford aren't going to make the breakthrough. And that Sheffield United may well hold on to a massive 3 points here with 10 men. You can say that Sheffield Wednesday have taken another large step towards a potential playoff spot, because they now lead 2-0 at struggling Bolton, who find themselves, of course, in the relegation zone at the moment, will be 5 points from safety. Goal kick for Dean Henderson for Sheffield United. Long downfield, midway inside the Brentford half. Flicked on from McGoldrick, almost ran into the path there of Norwood, but it was good defending from a combination of Jean-Via and Marcondes, and they get it back to Daniels, who bowls it out to Jean-Via. Jean-Via now plays it out to the right-hand side, and Makatojo. Forward it goes now towards Sawyers. And now out on the right-hand side, a chance for a delivery from Dalsgaard. Instead he plays it down the line for the run of Watkins, and, shrewdly, Jack O'Connell goes down after the slightest touch and wins his side a free kick on the far side for Sheffield United again, in no hurry to take this, and you can't blame them really. They've worked their socks off this evening to maintain this 1-goal lead, and that's exactly what they're doing at this stage. Sheffield United 1, Brentford 0 is still the score. That penalty kick from Oliver Norwood in the first half. Henderson now in no hurry again to take it. Finally strides forward and clears his lines right-footed. Way over the halfway line. Wind assisted, flicked on by McGoldrick. Headed away by Jean-Via. And now the substitute, Marcondes, plays it down the line. Mukatojo plays it now further to this left-hand side, and Canos, who gets away from his man, tried to be hacked down twice. Still Canos is going on the edge of the area. Still going. Right-footed shot is blocked by Stevens and just about keeps it in play. Would have been a yellow card for definite there for that challenge on Canos if he'd have gone down, but to his credit, he kept on running. Here are Brentford again. Ball down the right-hand side with Dalsgaard. Needs some support. Eventually comes in field and finds a teammate who is Ben Rama. Canos forward. Foot in from O'Connell. Again, Sheffield United can't quite keep possession for more than 2 passes. Here's Sawyers. On towards Mukatojo. Man out wide on the right-hand side is Dalsgaard. What can he deliver here with a cross in towards the penalty area? Well, not been able to deliver it where he wanted to do. By the way, while the camera was panning away earlier, Billy Sharp has entered the fray for Sheffield United. The leading scorer has come on to replace George Baldock. It's a very brave move, taking off a defender for his striker. But Billy Sharp is on the pitch now. Can he get a crucial goal on the break, I wonder? Here, meanwhile, Brentford going forward again. And Ben Rama's ball wasn't the best towards Canos. He couldn't control it. Brentford do have it back, though, midway inside the Sheffield United half. There is nobody inside the Brentford half as things stand. There's more pace, smuggles it through, and the shot from Craney is on the stretch, and he goes way over the angle of post and bar, and still they continue, Sheffield United, to frustrate Brentford. Just looking down at Sheffield United's defensive record at Bramall Lane recently. The last goal that they conceded at Bramall Lane in the Championship. Just waiting for confirmation of the screen to upload in front of me. It looks to be back on the Boxing Day when Derby lost 3-1 to the Blades on that occasion. That is a heck of a run. At the moment, could be keeping another clean sheet here. They've gone 6 home games without conceding a goal before tonight. Can Brentford end that run? Well, at the moment, it doesn't look like happening, although they are ploughing numbers forward. Here's Dalsgaard's ball in towards the area, headed away well again by Egan on the stretch. Nodded down, though, to this left-hand side, and Ben Rama. Ben Rama back on his right foot, then on his left inside the area, pulls the ball back. More pace, control lets him down. Falls to Watkins, right footed shot. Brilliant block from O'Connell, who threw himself at the effort from Sawyers. Here's I was going to say here is the run of McGoldrick, but in fact the referee's blown his whistle for a decision which is a strange one, because I think he's going to go over and give a drop ball here. I'm not entirely sure. In fact, I think the ball might have gone flat after that block from the Sheffield United defender, who flung himself at it full stretch, Jack O'Connell, to stop the shot from Romain Sawyers. Referee now is just having a debate with a couple of players from either side to say, right, what do we do from here? Sheffield United players are claiming that Brentford should play the ball back to the goalkeeper in the drop ball. Now Billy Sharp's getting involved as well. And the referee doesn't appear to be seemingly knowing what he's doing here. I think he's just trying to work out who had the ball last in that position. Sheffield United, in fact, had the ball, I think, with McGoldrick midway inside their own half. Now he's wandering over towards the touchline here. Here's the referee. Something's gone on down by the touchline. There's a couple of stewards down there as well. Well, it's all very strange at the moment, and he's now asking Brentford to knock the ball back to Henderson. Morpay, in fact, does that. They just want to get on with it. No more goals to tell you about elsewhere in the Championship, as the ball takes a long, big bounce, and it almost ran through to Sharp, and uncomfortably, Janvier nods it behind for a corner with his goalkeeper rushing out to try and gather it. It went past Daniels and behind for a corner to Sheffield United. They're in no hurry to take this at all. 7.5 minutes of normal time left to go, plus stoppages. Elsewhere, Blackburn 2, Wigan 0, Bristol City 1, Ipswich 1, Bolton 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2, and Reading 0, Leeds 3. Corner kick, Sheffield United from the near side to be taken left-footed by Oliver Norwood. In it comes now, deep towards the back post, up go the heads, headed towards, gone in! And would you bite it? 7 minutes, doubled their advantage. Header across goal, came from O'Connell, and there was McGinn from 6 yards out into the top corner. And Sheffield United down to 10 men and backs against the wall in the second half. have doubled their lead. It's Sheffield United 2, Brentford 0. Well, this could be a massive Sheffield United. They've now doubled their advantage against Brentford, down to 10 men. It really has been backs against the wall for long periods of the second half, but from a set piece, swung in from a corner, it was headed back across goal by Jack O'Connell, and there was substitute David McGoldrick 7 yards out with a header into the top corner, and Sheffield United lead now by 2 goals to 0, and it could be a crucial 3 points in the battle for automatic promotion. Can you believe it? Really can't. I thought for long periods that Brentford would go on and get at least a point out of this game, but they now look like losing it more comfortably than we thought, because David McGoldrick on as a substitute, and you have to give massive credit to the changes made by the Sheffield United boss, because he's made the changes would have made a big difference having gone down to 10 men. McGoldrick's tried to hold the ball up wherever he can, and they've looked more of a threat as well when Billy Sharp has come on. And that looked like a bit of a gamble in all honesty. But he knows his players better than anybody. And it's another massive win, it looks like, at Bramall Lane for the Blades, ahead of that huge game, of course, against Leeds United at Ellen Road on Saturday. Here come Brentford again, down the right-hand side. It's with Mukatojo, and you have to say that'll have taken the stuffing out of them with that headed goal by McGoldrick, doubling the Blades' advantage. Here comes Ben Rama, tries to take on his man. He does eventually get past Fleck, gets towards the edge of the penalty area, chips it in the cross, headed away by Egan, who claims a free kick. Referee says nothing doing and wants them to carry on. In the middle of the Sheffield United half, Soyuz tries to throw the ball through Morpay. Surely that was a free kick. Canos was dumped to the ground. Referee says play on. And here's McGoldrick. Reverse ball now to the left-hand side. Chases on here. Ender Stevens does well to get there, but he overruns the ball. Didn't know where it was for a moment, and Brentford pinch it back. Well, they're running out of time if they're going to get anything out of this game here. Brentford could be 7 clean sheets on a row at home for Sheffield United. Here come the Bees, meanwhile. Attempted cross from Ben Rama is blocked, and it goes out of play on this near side for a throw-in to the visitors. And it'll be taken now. Canos throws it in towards Watkins, who's come short for it, plays it on. Canos with a shot, and it's well gathered by Henderson at his near post. And again, he's in no hurry to pick the ball up, as you might imagine, as we wind down the clock. 4 minutes of normal time plus stoppages left to go. And Sheffield United look to be on their way to another big home victory. A long clearance from Henderson downfield. Chases on, it's gone, there must be wind assisted. It bounced actually in the Brentford penalty area, and the ball was gathered by Luke Daniels, the Bees goalkeeper. Here is Jean-Via, out to the right hand side it goes now. And Mukatojo in the centre circle. Canos further to the left it goes. Ben Rama now cuts back on his favoured right foot. Canos goes on the overlap. Ben Rama still going across the penalty area on towards Watkins, plays a 1-2. Watkins has got Dalsgaard for support. Instead he holds on for it too long, and Stevens does well again to get in a foot, and Billy Sharp is back helping out and clears his lines down the left hand side just to waste a little bit more time. Well, Ender Stevens and the 3 centre backs have been outstanding for Sheffield United this evening. And they may well have won them the 3 points, as this time a cross is in, headed behind by Egan. Diving header for the cause for another Brentford corner, which they want to take quickly, and they will do. Canos on the edge of the penalty area, dinks it in right-footed, comes off the head of a Sheffield United player again, this time Batcham, and behind for a corner kick. How many corners now have Brentford had? I'll make that 10 on the evening. 27 shots on goal as well. They've not been able to find the net. Right-footed corner to be taken on the far side. Outswinger towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Flicked up in the air by Canos. Volleyed clear by Billy Sharp. It's going to come back in, though, from Barbet, who switches the play to this left-hand side. And Ben Rama trying to control it with the outside of his right foot. Got it horribly wrong. And it goes out of play for a throw-in to Sheffield United, in line with the edge of their own penalty area. And this will be a massive 3 points for the Blades. Keeps them in touching distance, of course, of the teams around about them at the top of the table. Also, possibly more importantly, they're now 10 points clear of West Brom, who are in fourth. So it is pretty much a three-horse race for those top two spaces. West Brom, though, are in action tomorrow. They do have that game in hand, as Brentford have it inside the centre circle. Ball played to the right-hand side by Dalsgaard, looking for Watkins. It's overhit, though, again. Brentford have run out of ideas by the looks of things, and they're running out of time as well. Just a minute left of normal time plus stoppages. There's going to be another change here made. And, well, it'll have to be for Brentford, because Sheffield United have made their 3 changes on the evening. Still waiting to see who it is who's coming on and who's going off. Camera has not been particularly helpful on this. It's going to be number 33, I know, who's coming on. And that's Beck Sorensen. So Sorensen has come on. We'll try and confirm who's gone off for you in a moment or so's time. But it's going to be probably to no avail. Looks like too little too late for Brentford. McGoldrick's header on the far side goes out of play for a throw into the Bees midway inside the Sheffield United half. And it's now with Mukatojo back to Genvia. Played out to this near side and Barbet. And Barbet will now switch the play to the far side. Acres of room on that far side as well for Watkins, who brings it down well. He's got Dalsgaard for some support. Good challenge again, though, this time from Fleck to win it back, but only temporarily. Ben Rama nips in, gets it back for the Bees. And now down this left-hand side, it's with Barbet. Ball in towards the area, headed away brilliantly again on the stretch by John Egan. Sure whether it's gone for a corner or a throw-in. But Sheffield United won't mind too much because it's gone out of play on this near side. It's going to be a corner, which Kanyos wants to take. Sprints over there to go and get the ball. And will swing it in towards the area. Still no word as to who Sorensen came on for. Referee's still not happy with where that ball is. It's not quite over the quadrant. So he wants them to take it again. I can tell you it's Dalsgaard, actually, who's gone off for Sorensen as the corner is headed away by McGoldrick at the near post. Flicked on again by Fleck up towards halfway. It's going to come back from Barbet. Switches the play to that right-hand side, and now it's with Marcondes, one of the substitutes. Infield it goes. Here's Sorensen, the latest sub, on towards Kanyos. Again, back there is Fleck to slide in a challenge. Mukatojo tries to win it back. McGoldrick, though, takes it off his toes and does ever so well to play it back now towards his centre-back. And Basham will clear it long right-footed downfield. We played a minute of added on time. There cannot be long left to go now, because at this moment in time, the referee will be looking at his watch, probably playing another couple of minutes, maybe 3 in total. Here comes Ben Rama. Again, he's muscled off the ball. They win it back, though, as Watkins has it down the right-hand side. Plays it back in now towards Sorensen, the substitute. Deflected cross. Loops into the arms of Henderson. He gratefully gathers it, and he drops to the floor. And that may well be that now, in terms of even just getting a goal this evening for Brentford. They are 2-0 down into stoppage time as Henderson clears this long downfield. Volleyed away well by the centre-back, Genvia. Run forward by Marcondes, but he runs into Ender Stevens. Brentford win it back, though, with Kanyos, and now it's with Mukatojo. Further right it goes. Sorensen. Shot is blocked this time by O'Connell, and it deflects behind for a corner. Well, throwing everything bar the kitchen sink at Sheffield United tonight, Brentford, but they haven't been able to find a way through. Right-footed cross will come in from the far side. In it comes from the corner towards the 6-yard box, and then Henderson in the right place at the right time again to deny Brentford. Looks to me as though it was going to be a goal from point-blank range, but Sorensen, the substitute, headed it straight at Henderson, who gratefully grabbed it, going to his left-hand side. And we've had almost 3 minutes of added on time. Henderson needs to clear this now before he gets a booking, and he will indeed hoist this high up into the air. Referee still playing on at the moment. He's gone all the way through to Daniels. Nearly looped over his head and into the back of the net. Daniels bowls it out quickly, and he finds number 19, Roman Sawyers. He's almost playing as a wing-back at the moment now. They've pushed so many men forward. He just kept in play here by Barbet. Again, Sheffield United diving into the challenge and almost winning the ball back from Fleck. Barbet just about keeps possession, and now it's good play from Ben Rama to get away from three Blades players. Plays it out to the right-hand side where there's acres of room here for Watkins. What can he deliver? There's plenty waiting for a cross. Low one in towards the edge of the area again. Brilliant sliding clearance from O'Connell. Back to Watkins again on the edge of the box. He overruns it, and Sheffield United will smash it clear up towards Billy Sharp on the left-hand side. Can't quite gather the ball, and it goes out of play for a throw-in to Brentford, taken quickly by Mukatojo. But they are rapidly running out of seconds, and in fact there is the full-time whistle. All the Sheffield United players put their arms in the air. What a rearguard display this has been from the Blades. 2-0 they've won in the end, but it doesn't tell the whole story. They've played for all of the second half and a chunk of the first half without 11 players after Gary Medine was sent off. Really has been a backs-to-the-wall performance from the Blades, but 2 goals, one in the first half from the penalty spot from Oliver Norwood, and a header from substitute David McGoldrick in the second have been good enough to clinch the points. It has finished Sheffield United 2, Brentford 0. Well, another fantastic defensive display from Sheffield United has seen them clinch a 2-0 win over Brentford at Bramall Lane, despite playing with 10 men since the 35th minute when Gary Medine was sent off. The opening goal came from the penalty spot on 26. Oliver Norwood sending the keeper the wrong way after the referee had judged Baldock had been pushed over by Barbet. And then the decisive goal came 7 minutes from time. O'Connell heading a corner back across goal, and David McGoldrick fanning the net from 6 yards out. 2-0 to the Blades.